I love her. Of course, I still love her. Of course I do.
A man takes the stand and the fall for the woman he loves as she's accused of murdering her hairdresser husband.
I murdered him because I wanted her.
Well, you kind of had her already, but not the way you wanted, or what?
Absolutely. I didn't have her the way I wanted her.
I'm looking at the bombshell testimony in the trial of Monica Sementelli. Thanks for joining me. I'm Angenette Levy. Monica Sementelli is on trial for the murder of her husband, Fabio Sementelli. The DA claims that Monica conspired with her boyfriend, Robert Baker, to murder Fabio so they could be together and cash in on Fabio's $1.6 million life insurance policy. Fabio was stabbed to death at his home in Woodland Hills, California in January of 2017. 6 months later, Robert Baker and Monica Sementelli were arrested. Police said that Baker's DNA was at the scene and detectives had uncovered Robert and Monica's affair. Robert pleaded no contest to charges of first-degree murder and conspiracy back in 2023. Last year, the LAPD arrested a third person, Chris Austin, and he's pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Monica Sementelli maintains she had nothing to do with Fabio's murder, and there's been some really compelling testimony in the case, specifically from Robert Baker, who says Monica's claim that she is innocent is true. On the 30th day of Monica's trial, Robert Baker took the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Right after Baker swears to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Monica's defense attorney gets straight to the point.
Mr. Baker, did you previously plead to first-degree murder of Fabio Sementelli prior to ever agreeing to testify in this case?
I didn't agree to testify, no. I did plead no contendere.
Before you agreed to do anything, did you come into court and plead to first-degree murder killing of Fabio Sementelli?
I pled no contest.
Okay. You understand that in a criminal case, that's the same as a guilty plea?
I do.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And did you plead no contest in exchange for any promise of leniency or any deal?
I did not.
Now, that's pretty interesting stuff. Wouldn't you love to see how the jury reacted when Robert Baker said these things? The defense points out that Baker took a plea deal and wants to point out that it won't influence his testimony. Robert Baker's testimony continues.
Did you plan and execute the plan to murder Fabio Sementelli?
Yes.
And did you, in fact, do so?
I did.
And who was with you at that time?
Just Chris was. He was a lookout.
All right, we'll get to that. You see the defendant seated over here, Monica Sementelli?
Yes.
You knew her well at the time of the murder, is that right?
Yes.
Is it fair to say you were in a romantic or sexual relationship with her?
Yes. You could say that.
Was that true?
Yes.
Did she have anything to do with the planning or the execution of the plan to kill Fabio Sementelli?
No.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Now, you have heard some of the evidence already against you in the form of what we call overhears, is that correct?
Yes.
Does that change your testimony that she had nothing to do with the planning or killing of Fabio Sementelli?
No, it doesn't change anything.
Does that remain your testimony under oath today?
Yeah, it is.
Now, Baker technically met Fabio Sementelli first at the gym in 2016. A few weeks after that, Monica and him began a physical relationship after he said he kind of got a vibe from Monica.
How you knew that she was available or free or whatever?
Just being a man, being around for a while, you could tell if somebody's interested, likes you a lot. So it's just kind of a feeling, just a feeling.
Okay. So you had a feeling that she was interested in you sexually, correct?
In something, yes. So sexually, personally, something, for sure.
All right. And you felt the same way?
I did.
How did you communicate that to her?
By her being with me, just going to lunch with me and talking to me, and the laughing, the smiling. And,
so where would you go to lunch? What types of places?
Little restaurants around the gym, and that's mainly the same place, like little restaurants, little Thai places, little because I like Asian food, so we used to go there a lot.
Baker admitted on the stand that they had an agreement to keep their affair a secret. And this really isn't surprising since Monica is married with 2 children. But it sounds like he wasn't really happy about having to sneak around.
So did she talk to you about, ever tell you that she would divorce her husband for you?
We touched on it lightly, but I could tell that she wasn't going to do that. That wasn't going to happen.
And eventually, did that become one of the reasons why you decided to murder him?
I murdered him because I wanted her.
Well, you kind of had her already, but not the way you wanted, or what?
Absolutely. I didn't have her the way I wanted her. I wanted her. I wanted to have easier access. I wanted her to be around me and with me. More, like all the time.
Now, Baker makes it clear to the jury that he would do just about anything to make Monica happy.
What led you to believe she wasn't enjoying life up to that time?
Because when we went out and when I took her places, I can tell she had really enjoyed herself, and she wasn't working, or she didn't feel like she was under obligation doing the family thing. She could be herself, and it made me feel good to see that.
Did that include be yourself sexually?
That too. That too.
So was it your goal to fulfill her fantasies?
My goal was to make her happy, whatever that was.
No matter what?
Sexually, platonically, personally, everything. Everything. That was my goal.
And this is where the story kind of gets really interesting. Robert lays out his calculated plan to kill Fabio, but he didn't want to get his own hands dirty.
If I was going to do this, if I was going to do this to this man, I needed somebody to do this to create an alibi. I need someone to kill him, so I can create an alibi.
And the individual you selected was who?
Somebody I trusted, which was Chris.
Was there anyone you trusted more?
No.
Was he loyal to you?
Yeah.
You thought he would do this just because you asked him?
Yeah, but he knew there was going to be some kind of perk. I'm not going to just, I'm not going to just ask him to do something and not.
Had you committed any criminal acts with Mr. Austin before?
No.
So what does Baker do? He recruits a loyal friend, Chris Austin, who was originally supposed to carry out the murder himself, but he didn't really have it in him. So Baker decides if he wants Fabio Sementelli dead, he'd have to do it himself.
That morning, I get a text, and it was asking, "What are you doing?" And it was Monica texting me. And I'm like, she goes, "I got a little bit of time. I'm going to the gym. I got some time to go to the gym." So she goes, "You want to get some racquetball in?" So I'm like, "Sure." So I'm not. There's no plan right now or nothing like that for what's going on. So I meet her at the gym. We start playing racquetball, and she tells me about her day. And she always does that. She tells me about her day all the time. It was a ritual. And she was just saying that she was gonna go, if I remember right, she was gonna go buy food, go take her daughter, or pick her daughter up from school, pick her daughter up from school later that night or that evening, and just let me know her day. So my mind, I'm listening to everything as she's telling me her day, and I'm kind of putting it together.
Did you tell her anything about the plans you had to kill her husband?
Absolutely not.
Where was Mr. Austin?
He was in the apartment.
Waiting?
Yes.
Did you play racquetball with Monica?
Him to play racquetball? No, just me.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did anything happen unusual while you were playing?
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Well, she usually hits me all the time when we play racquetball.
On purpose?
No, she just hits me because she was just learning, so I'm getting hit all the time. And she hit me with the ball and all kind of stuff. That day, she hit me with a racket and injured me.
Where'd she hit you?
In my hand.
Okay, how bad was it?
It hurt. It hurt bad. It hurt enough to bleed. It bled a lot.
Before we continue, Monica's daughter took the stand directly before Baker, and she was asked about this on the stand. Let's see what she says.
Do you know, back then, did you know who Rob Baker was?
Yes.
Okay, did you see him at the gym that day?
No. We saw her trainer, Matt.
And People's Sport team, Rob Baker?
Yes.
Okay. So you did a workout, and then did you leave? How long were you there?
Not even an hour.
Okay, so if you left around 12:43, you've seen video in court. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
And then what happened? You went straight home?
Yes, we went home.
So Jessica says that she didn't even see Baker during the time that her mom was at the gym, and we'll get back to that. But now let's get to the day of the murder.
What's the next thing you do?
I'm just waiting for, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Well, you had your knife, right?
Yes. So I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm actually, I kind of want to leave. But I know I can't.
Well, you could have, but you didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I couldn't.
Isn't that
I
right?
couldn't. Yes.
So what do you end up doing?
So I wound up going through the kitchen.
And where was Mr. Austin when you went through the kitchen?
I don't know where he was. I wasn't looking for him. I was concentrating on what I needed to do.
Was it your intent to have him physically help you kill Mr. Sementelli?
No, he was the lookout. I didn't need him for that.
He's supposed to be the lookout.
Right. I try to rush in as fast as I can.
Did he appear initially to see you?
Oh, he saw me. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. He was trying to protect his house and home, protect his family and his home. Because
What did he do?
He got up real quick, and he grabbed me by my hoodie and grabbed my left hand at the same time. And I'm struggling with him, and I'm trying to get away from him. He's a pretty big guy.
Then what?
And I said to myself, I need to get him off me. I need to cut him. I just need to cut him.
Did you cut him?
I took one stab to get him to let go of me. He let go, and I just kind of blacked out and just tried to get him off me, and just kept cutting until he stopped, until he got off me.
You were in the armed services, correct?
Correct.
Did you know the most vulnerable places on a person's body or neck to cut them to achieve the quickest death? That was your goal.
Been trained. I've been trained a little bit.
Right? Did you stab him in those places?
I know I stabbed him there, and just started cutting and stabbing wherever I could.
Now, is he standing or sitting or what at that time?
He's standing at that time.
Did he ever fall back into the chair?
I don't remember. I remember him backing away from me, and I remember my hand was
You're
hurting.
leaning back now.
I'm backing away from him.
So is the racquetball story a part of his original alibi? The prosecutor tries to poke holes in the story on cross-examination.
Same night we've been talking about that one to the house.
Mm-hmm. See the bandage on your left index finger?
I do.
That was related to the murder, right?
That was related to the hit and the murder.
The murder.
The hit and the murder. The racquetball hit and the murder.
And the
Same
murder?
Huh?
And the murder, you said?
I'm sorry? It's overruled.
Yes.
The knife that you used. What kind of knife did you use to stab Fabio Sementelli in the neck?
It was some kind of hunting knife.
Some kind.
Some
Like what?
kind. I don't know the name of it.
The prosecutor brings it back to Monica and how this murder couldn't have been possible without her input.
Did Monica ever ask you if you had committed this murder?
No.
Never asked you that.
No.
How about after the two of you tried to explain away where all your DNA in the house came from?
It's overruled.
Say that one more time.
Sure. We heard you in an overhear talking to Monica a couple of different times trying to explain away the DNA that was found of yours at the crime scene.
Oh, not explain away, but those were the reasons. But
Right.
okay.
You were saying it's just a few drops, right?
That's what
She
I was
said
told.
That's
what
what she told them. It's just
That's
a
what
few
I was
drops.
told. That's what I was told.
So again, at any point in time, did she ask you, "Hey, did you murder my husband?"
No.
Never. And you still love her, right? That's why you're here.
I love her. Of course, I still love her. Of course,
Yeah.
I do.
And you hope that at some point the two of you will be together.
It's never going to happen.
Right?
It's never going to happen.
At one point, the prosecutor dug deep into Baker's criminal history, and he almost walked off the stand.
You said you caught a case, right? What kind of case?
It was a lewd and lascivious act with a minor.
One?
It was one person.
One count?
I don't know the counts. I don't know how they got the counts. I just went along with the deal.
Well, how many counts did you plead to?
It's overruled.
I don't remember. I really don't. I know it was just one person, not 7 people.
Who said anything about 7 people?
No one. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're trying to say that.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you exactly, and I'm going to ask you a question. Whose...
Wow. You're going to put her name out there like that, huh?
No, you did that by getting up on the stand.
I'm done with this, man. I'm done with this. I'm not trying to bring her up in this.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bring. She's a victim in this. I'm not trying
Sir, just have a seat. Right there. Let's see, counsel.
Now, the judge sent the jury out of the room after this testimony, and the parties discussed the scope of Baker's previous convictions of lascivious acts with a minor.
So you told us that you thought by getting him out of the way that you would be able to have Monica all to yourself, right?
True.
But if she moved back to Canada, you wouldn't have her at all,
Very
right?
true. That's also true.
So then what was your plan? What was your plan B?
There was no plan B.
No plan B.
No.
So if she left, she left.
Nothing I could do about it.
I see. So you went to all of these great lengths to set up this murder and bring in Chris Austin and all of the things you've told us about over the last several days on the chance that somehow Monica would be able to find a way to stay in the United States and in California with you.
Well, I knew she was gonna. I knew that she definitely wanted to be in the United States because she was talking about the daughters staying in school. So I knew she was going to stay in the United States, regardless whatever happens anywhere.
One of the biggest points of contention was the apology letter that Baker wrote to Sementelli, which he openly admitted to lying about on direct. So the prosecutor exploits his credibility during her line of questioning.
You recognize the writing here?
Yes,
Whose writing is that?
it's mine.
And this is the letter we talked about yesterday, right? Where you told us that you spent an entire day writing this letter, right?
And I spent some time. Yeah, I wrote the letter.
You wrote it.
I wrote it.
And you gave it to the defense.
Yes.
And this was your attempt to apologize to Monica, right? For killing her husband.
To make it easy for you, yes.
I'm sorry?
To make it easy for you, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to make it easy for me. Is that what your intent was? Isn't that what you told the defense on direct?
No, I'm just making it easier for you so that way you can say it's me who
Objection,
wrote it.
unresponsive. Move to strike.
Stricken.
Again, did you tell the defense on direct that this was your attempt at an apology?
Probably.
And then did you give it to the defense to give to Monica?
Yes.
And so here you wrote that you have a lot to say, right? And the first paragraph that I'm pointing to here, as much as I want to apologize to say I'm sorry of what happened to him, you and everyone else, it will never be enough for me to emphasize, especially to you, right?
Yes, what I wrote.
And in the letter, you knew that the murder occurred in January, right? You wrote January 2017 when this all happened. Right?
I wrote it.
Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, because I didn't even know the date.
Okay, but you wrote January 2017.
Yes.
So you knew the month.
Yeah.
And you knew the year.
Yes.
And you said your intent was actually to deliver a gift for Monica's birthday, right?
Correct.
However, unknowing it was an unforeseen disaster, right? Is that what you wrote?
That's what I wrote.
So in this story, without actually saying what happened, you are basically telling Monica that Fabio was to blame for his own murder, right?
Now Baker admitted to that lie and has since pleaded guilty to the murder. But during cross, he was caught in another lie. And this could be an attempt to clear Monica's name. Let's listen.
How did you know that Fabio wouldn't Google a place and go somewhere else without Monica telling you exactly where they were going?
Because I had a GPS on his car.
You had a GPS on his car. Okay. And last week, when you testified, you never mentioned GPS.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to check, Your Honor. He wasn't asked.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the objection. It's overruled.
States the evidence.
It's overruled.
No, I didn't tell you anything.
Oh no, you talked for a day and a half on direct exam.
Yeah, but
Right?
I didn't tell you about GPS because you didn't ask me.
Oh, okay. So now you put a GPS on his car.
It's been on his car.
Okay. When did you put a GPS on his car?
Months before.
When?
Months before.
Which car?
The truck and the Porsche.
So Baker told the jury that he bought the GPS tracking devices from Amazon, and that's how he knew Fabio's whereabouts, not through the communication with Monica that the state alleges. Baker was on the stand for 3.5 days, and this was the first time in 6 years that Monica has heard his voice. Monica maintains her claims that she had no role in the murder of Fabio Sementelli. She faces charges of murder with special circumstances and conspiracy. The defense will continue to put on its case when the trial resumes. And that's it for now. I'm Angenette Levy. We'll see you back here next time.